Hey, Mark, fake banter for the intro.
That's all I know how to do.
Great.
Good to be here.
Welcome to Tuesdays with
Stories.
Hit her in the face with a surfboard.
And then the duck fell out of his bag.
Surf's up. And she didn't even flush.
Knock, knock.
Who's there? Mark Norman and Joe List.
Yeah! This is Tuesdays with Stories, everybody.
Ah, that's terrible.
This is supposed to be cheesy.
My radio is spitting at me.
Holy hell, we're back, folks. Here it is. It's not Adam and Eve, it's Adam and Steve.
Yep, and Joe and Mark also.
That's true.
We were there. We're very old. We moisturize.
Yeah, something about a rib. He gave a rib?
I don't really know the whole thing. There was ribs involved. I got nothing on the Bible. Everything I know is just from bits and movies.
You're more of a Torah man.
Yeah, I don't care about the Bible. I guess it was.
either.
So what? How did it work? There was just Adam. They were just there. All of a sudden, poof.
I think God made them, and he made two idiots that were naked. Then he made a snake, and there's an Apple computer.
So how did they get there? I mean, this is a real chicken and the egg or whatever.
I
But
think God just, did one of these, and then he rested for some reason.
so why was he so lazy? Why did he break everything and then just 2 people? Why not start with 40 people? A hunter,
Yeah.
a gatherer, a nester.
Yeah. And why not? Why weren't they allowed to bang? He
They
was
weren't allowed
like,
to
"Hey."
bang?
Well, that was the whole thing. It's temptation, and then they eat the apple and fuck.
I thought they banged and then had a kid, and then that kid.
Is that Jesus?
See, that's what's weird to me. No, he was immaculate. That's what's weird to me is that it doesn't seem like it's all incest if it started with Adam and Eve.
Yeah.
Wouldn't they have to have a baby and then wait like however like 11, 12, 13 years before they can fuck and then have a baby? Like their two kids fuck and then they have a baby? Like it feels like it would take a long time.
Who does the baby fuck?
The baby fucks the other baby. They got to have multiple babies, I think.
I guess. I didn't hear about any other babies. I didn't hear about the one baby.
I don't know. I don't understand. Someone's going to have to write to us, but
Yeah.
the whole
Basically-
thing seems funky.
Yeah, anybody who believes in it's got to be a retarded person.
But then even evolution, like how did that start? Like where'd the first monkey come from?
Well, they came out of the water. It was a fish,
Is that right?
and then the fish got legs, and then it kind of crawled out, and then he fucked a rock. I don't know.
Fish
and then,
got legs. This is like Chernobyl type of thing.
Yeah, pretty much. Then the fish got legs, and then I guess it's all pretty wacky.
I remember JFK in an interview one time said we came from the sea.
Yeah.
He was like, we came from the sea. But then he's a Catholic, so he must believe in not just evolution.
He
or
might just
something.
be talking about the Cubans or immigrants.
I don't know. He said from the sea. He's like, because he loves the ocean. We got to go back into the sea because we came from the sea.
Right.
What's the sea exactly?
Maybe
the
the
ocean is the sea?
Maybe the sea is the cunt. It came out of the cunt.
Oh, yes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and it came from cum.
Yes.
A couple seas.
Yes.
You see inside of the sea.
See
and
me
then-
later.
Yeah, you put a T and an A and then a thumb.
That was the worst on the test when you said, "What'd you get on the test?" And I got to see me. You ever gotten to see me?
I never heard that one. That's good.
That's a Saved by the Bell joke, but I got that a few times. I got the see me, meaning like you're so bad at this, we need to talk about
See
it.
me after school, yeah.
Or you bang her.
That'd be nice. The first time I ever came, someone just said, I did Remy's podcast. How do you say her last name? Cashmere?
Casimir?
Is it Cashmere? Casimir?
Casimir, I think. I think there's an I in there.
There's certain names that you just know by the writing, but you don't know how to say them.
Right.
That's always weird.
Yeah, I got a few of those.
Like Ida Rodriguez is another one. I wasn't sure if it was Ida or Ada.
Ada, yeah.
It's weird when you just know these people, and then it becomes like, I've known this person too long to ask the
Right.
pronunciation.
Right.
At least that one's like Spanish.
And
There's
that-
another one.
Something you can't Google either. It would be
Yes.
nice if you could Google names. That would help me. Like the pronunciation.
Oh, I see. There's somebody else that I was just thinking about that I'm like, I don't know how to say their fucking name. It's somebody. Who is it? I'll think of it later. I don't
All
want to
right.
have dead air here. But anyway, that's why it's nice having a nice Joe list.
Yeah.
2 syllables.
The worst is when you can't get the name right and they go, "Oh, what are you, a bigot?" Like, no, I just don't know how to say your name. But this has nothing to do with hatred.
Yeah.
They go, "Oh, you mispronounced that." You're like, "I don't know how to say Contoya." Or whatever.
That sounded good.
Oh, okay. Maybe
Contoya.
that's something. My name
Amigo
is Inigo
Contoya. Yeah.
Compared to anal.
But anyways, I don't understand religion. And where were we at again?
All the religions, how can you believe you just were born a certain way? How do you know if that's the right one? That's what I never got.
Yes.
If you grow up in a Muslim town, you go, "Hey, I guess I'm a Muzz."
Yeah, it's very bizarre. The whole thing is weird. But I'm a spiritual guy, you know.
Sure.
I look for things, and I like to jerk off or whatever.
Yeah.
That didn't make sense.
I don't believe in ghosts, though. I think
No.
that's silly. Anybody who believes in ghosts, I feel like I'm better than.
No, I got in a thing. I talked about this on stage this weekend a little bit.
Uh-oh.
And people get serious about it. There's certain people
Oh,
that get
yeah.
serious. I think a lot of people are like, no, my grandfather talks to me. They like it.
Right.
And then there's a weird thing. Is there's people that believe in ghosts that don't want to see a ghost, and there's people that believe in ghosts and want to see a ghost.
That's true.
That was
yeah.
the thing I asked on stage, because I do a joke about a ghost. And then this one woman was like, I want to see a ghost.
Right.
And this other one was like, I don't want to see a ghost. And I was like, well, I got great news for you and bad news for you.
Right. Right.
Is you ain't going to see a ghost.
Yeah.
But I like ghost stories, though.
Sure.
I love like the Comedy Store's Haunted. I love a haunted
Yes.
situation.
Haunted is good.
A nice spook and creeped out, you know, a spooky thing, you know.
Right. New Orleans is all very spooked out.
Yeah, I like the spooks.
And we like Halloween.
I love Halloween. I like to get spooky. I'll tell you though, this is bad. I'm going to just admit something. My mother's
please.
calling me on the phone here. Sarah and I watched on Showtime. If you have access to Showtime,
I do.
They do there's a show called Active Shooter, and they do an hour on a bunch of these mass shootings. Columbine, you know, Lubies, that one in Texas there.
Lubies.
Lubbies?
Lubble?
I don't know. There's one at a cafeteria.
Oh.
That was the biggest one ever in 1991 or something. At that point,
I didn't
Lubbies
know
or
that.
Lubies or anals or grease,
I don't know.
something. I love lube, by the way. Best thing I've ever
Lube.
involved in my sex life.
What took us so long to lube up?
I don't know. I mean, like, and the pussy, the vagina, if you will,
Sure.
it lubes itself up. You can lick it and put a thumb in her butt or
Old
whatever.
news.
But you buy a CVS lube and just squeeze it in there. It's a different situation.
Game changer. I mean, it's like a transmission. You got to keep it moist.
You gotta put it in there. And by the way, one bottle this big, you can take it on an airplane, and it lasts me fucking 3 years.
Oh, yeah.
I got it as a wedding gift from my grandmother, and it's still going. I mean, just a little dab will do you.
It doesn't cure all, though. Me and the gal been trying to do the back door, and that is a needle I cannot thread.
You've been trying. So this is like an ongoing thing here.
We've used a couple of transmission oils and cooking oil and coconut oil and baby oils.
Now, let me ask you, what kind of dumps does she take? Does it open up the other way?
She's like, I think she's a real squirty dumper.
Oh,
That's the
really?
problem. So she's got even the opening has never been stretched by a big brown turd.
Uh-huh.
Boom, boom.
Because it's a different stretch. Because one, it's designed to stuff's designed to go out there. I don't want to sound homophobic, because I'm pro-gay. I have a very staunch pro-gay sex record. In
Big
fact, I got a
fan.
story about the thing.
Oh.
But I think scientifically, the butthole is not designed to have things going inside of it.
I agree.
It's designed to go outward.
Yeah.
It's supposed to. I think it opens in a certain way. It's like a sewer or something. What opens one way and not the other?
A hatch.
A hatch, maybe.
A gay hatch? I don't know. I feel like the mouth isn't meant to have a dick in it either, but we'll put them in it every now and then.
But a mouth is meant to have things go into it.
Good point.
Like you are supposed to put food in there. A dick is not supposed to be in there.
Right.
But I shouldn't say not supposed to be, but it's not designed.
Right.
I mean, Lord knows I've had several dicks in my mouth.
Oh, guilty.
But that's how I got you to do the show.
Uh-huh.
But
That was our
anywho,
first story. But yeah.
what was I going with?
Oh, yeah.
The lube.
Hatch, gay. Lube. Lubble,
Oh,
Texas.
the tickets. Oh,
Yes.
the shootings.
The shooting. I'll shoot
The
in
mass shootings. Showtime. This is I have mixed feelings, because every night the hotel in Minneapolis had on demand. You could had Showtime on demand in the hotel, which is pretty sweet. So we started watching this Active Shooter, which is a great show. They go through everything, and it gave me the thrills and the chills and the spooks.
That's a good show then.
It's a good show, but I'm like, I'm part of the problem.
How do you
I'm
mean?
like, I want to know more about the shooter. I want to know the psyche. I want to know his name, because they're like, don't say his name, and because it makes, and I agree, it makes them want to set the world record, and it gives someone something to aspire to.
Right.
But I'm part of the problem, because I'm like, no, I want to see his name. I want to see his mugshot. I want to see videos of him. I'm fascinated by it, and this is where we're at for entertainment. I need the surveillance footage of the nightclub, the Orlando nightclub.
Oh, yeah.
He was in the bathroom with the victims for hours.
What?
It's fucking crazy. Yeah, he was hiding in there with them. And then they had to blow up the wall, and it went to 4:30 in the morning. The cops didn't go in. It's insane.
What? He just happened to be involved in another shooting?
What?
And then he shot.
No. He's the shooter, and he locked himself in there. It's almost like a hostage situation.
I'm thinking of Lubble.
So they're like shot and bleeding, and he's in the fucking bathroom. Like, there's 911 calls. I'm like, I can't even like sleep. I'm watching it, being like, oh my God, this is amazing. Like, how can fucking Richard Linklater compete with this footage?
Of course. Why
And they're like, he's in here right now. It's like a whispering 911 call.
Why did they beat him up? No, I guess he had a rifle.
A lot of them are shot. They're terrified. He's got a gun. But I did have a moment where like he was reloading, and I'm like, that's how they've now come up with this thing since that like mass shooting. You got to run, hide, fight. Those are like your three options. So if you hear him stop shooting with a gun jam, like Aurora, the gun jam.
Yes.
And if you hear that jam, you got to fucking go with a pump, full heel and
dive.
Whatever it is. Start choking them, hit them, kick them.
Sure.
But they were in there, and they had to like pull out the air conditioning. They're like 911. They're calling 911. They're like push out the air conditioning, the whole thing. It's crazy.
Wow, he's in here. Oh my God, I got the chills.
It's insane.
Daddy.
It's the thrills and the chills and the spills. And then I started going Wikipedia. I was reading about the 1984 Mcdonald shooting, which was in San Diego, which was the deadliest. No, that was like the deadliest at that time. Well, it was before videos and stuff, I guess. But anyways, that one, the 911 dispatcher sent the cops to the wrong McDonald's. They all went there and they're like, there's nothing happening here. It's probably fake.
Right.
And then, so nobody knew. Like, there was no locking down the perimeter. So people kept arriving. There was three 11-year-old boys rode their bikes into McDonald's and just get shot with an Uzi. The guy had a fucking Uzi.
Oh, these fat kids.
And then they just go there because they're like, I'm going to go get a burger. And it kept happening because they didn't lock down the perim and shut it down. It's wild.
A McFlurry of bullets.
Exactly. But it's a real bad situation that I'm like, this is entertainment. I'm addicted. I'm like, I got to watch another shooting.
Well, it's like the gal. Every gal I know loves the true crime.
Yes.
Because it's fear. Fear is fun.
And it's real. It's real. Yeah.
Exactly.
So there's some spooky, creepy shit, but nothing more than a surveillance of fucking James Heskey or Hanley, whatever the fuck that guy's name was. Not Heskey.
Mattern.
James, what was his name? Holmes. James Holmes
yes,
in Aurora.
Yes. James Holmes.
It's creepy. And he's at the movie starts and he pretends to take which I thought was kind of, I don't want to say funny, but he sat in the front row and pretended to take a phone call to go outside and get the guns. I'm like, did you need to fake the phone call? Like anyone would have been like, they saw him leave, they're like, that's a shooting, everyone run. Like they would just be like, this guy's weird.
The phone call's actually more suspicious.
Right.
That's funny. It's like when you do something weird and you're whistling, you're actually giving more attention.
Oh, yeah. You never see people just whistling that aren't doing something.
You really don't, yeah. That's the worst way to look casual.
But anyways, let me tell you, speaking about gay sex and dicks in the butt.
Please. I'm wet.
Classic formula here. I'm at the steam room on,
here we go.
I forget what day it was, last Wednesday. It doesn't matter.
You're teasing these men. You're like bait.
Well, I go to the steam room. Well, here's this is quite a tale here.
Master bait.
I got to sit up for this one because I'm going to get a boner. You got a pillow?
Yeah, should be one over there.
I'll put it on my lap when the time comes.
All right.
When I come. So I'm going to there's the steam room area at my gym. There's a steam room, hot tub, shower area. And it's divides the locker room with a little door. So I'm walking to the door from the lockers to the steam area, and I see a young, very tall, sexy black man. Just dark chocolate, chiseled, a real specimen.
A black Donis.
Yes, of human work. Put a lot of work on that body,
Oh, yeah.
And we're arriving around the same time. So I get to the door, I open it, and I say, after you. And we make this eye contact. He gives me an eye, and I know the eye. Like a real sexy eye.
Oh, wow,
a real,
eye.
a kind of glazed over fuck eye. Yeah. And he went, thank you. And then did a noise as he passed, and I was like, "Oh boy, this is something happening here. This is a situation." And we're both in towels.
Oh, keep your towel on.
Now I've gotten in some pretty good shape myself, so I'm no slouch here.
Are you a little flattered? This is a nice piece of chocolate hitting on this vanilla bean here.
Oh, quite flattered, and we haven't even gotten to anything yet. We haven't even started.
Boy.
This is just a little sprinkle of
foreplay,
little business. Yeah. So I open the door. I let him go. He says thank you in a sexual voice, and he does it as he passes, and I am flattered because I don't get a lot of mms.
Sure, take it in.
I don't know that I've ever gotten
Yeah, well, maybe you get served on by a fat black woman at a cafeteria.
like a
yeah,
like that. That's a little different. That's two syllables. I got one syllable.
Good point.
There was no
Right.
There was no follow. So I go through, and now the steam room's to my right. So I take an immediate right. Now I have to cock my body to the right, and as I cock, I got a peripheral situation.
Cock.
I see him. He's got a full turn 'cause he's got no cock. He's got a big cock.
Yeah,
well, that comes into play. But he's not cocking his body.
Uh-huh.
He's just doing a full head turn.
Oh,
He's looking back.
Oh, man, you're in.
So I see out of the periph his head turn, and I go, okay, something's going down now.
Woo-wee.
So I get in the steam room, I take my space, and there's a big, fat Latino old guy sitting over there.
Thank God there's a buffer.
Exactly, I need a buffer. Michael Buffer. Let's get ready to rumble. So he sits down. And I'm sitting there, and I know sex. I'm no sex guy, but I know
You can feel it.
I know the dance, and I'm thinking this
Yes.
guy's gonna be in here momentarily.
The art of seduction.
Exactly. So I'm sitting there, and about maybe 90 seconds passes, and guess who strolls in? Is old big Blackie, and he sits right across from me, and now I'm like, I gotta say, I feel what it's like to be an attractive lady.
Sure.
Because I'm uncomfortable. Because I'm like, I don't want to have sex with this guy. I'm
Right.
flattered. He's very attractive, but I don't want to fuck this guy. Now, almost immediately, big fat Latino gets up and leaves. I almost grabbed him by the skirt and pulled him back in. I'm like, come on, no, don't let
Oh, where you going, Chooch?
And now I feel like a lady who wants a buffer. You're like, can you
Right.
come with me? There's this guy. He's a creep.
Right.
I got to go get paid, but can you just be on my side? 'Cause he wants to fuck me. And that's what I feel. And I'm like, God, someone come back in here. So now we're one-on-one. And now this is where the dance really begins.
Oh, God, I'm nervous.
He sits down. Now he's got we're both in towels. And I have my legs relatively together. And I have the towel tucked down.
Sure.
And that's not homophobic or anything. That's just
No.
out of respect. Because I find a penis to be a little vile.
It's vile, and you just don't want people seeing your dong, maybe.
It's a private part. It's for
Yes.
their benefit. I don't mind people seeing my dick. I show
Okay.
my dick to everybody.
All right.
But, thumbprint, whatever, warts, the whole thing. I'm not ashamed.
Aha.
But people don't want to see your dick, so I cover up. But I look over. His knees are they're like L.A. and New York. They're not even, there's a whole Midwest in between them.
Oh, how was that, Chicago?
And, well, it was the Sears Tower, I'll tell you that.
The Sausage King.
So he's got it up there. Then he takes his towel flap, and it's tight. He starts doing this.
Oh,
He's wafting his
man.
cock. He's doing a cock waft.
This guy's bold.
He's bold and beautiful, I might add. So he's doing a whole cock waft, and
Oh, boy. Waffle House.
now I know I know the whole situation here, and I'm going eyes closed, but they're open slits because I usually go eyes. I don't want to act like I'm not noticing this, but also I want
Yeah.
to make sure nothing's getting too crazy.
Sure,
here.
but he hates a slit.
But I think he's seeing my slits and thinking that I'm peeking because it looks like I'm peeking because I'm peeking.
Oh, he's peeking.
But
You're
I'm not.
peeking.
I'm not peeking for the reason he thinks I'm peeking.
Yes, Peking duck.
So I'm doing this for the folks at home, the Patreon. I'm doing like kind of that thing, like a half eye situation.
Smart move.
Yeah, and he's doing that, and then all of a sudden, so nothing's being said. He's just doing a wafty. Then the steam, the steams for a while, then stops, and then steams, then stops. So during the stop, he goes, "Oh, I think it stopped," and I don't say anything to that because there's nothing that you need to react to, and I'm just kind of pretending I don't hear it or whatever. And then the steam comes back on, and then he says louder. Now he's saying it to me. He's
Yes.
like, "I thought the steam had turned off."
Oh, he wants a reaction.
But he's got and I'm not trying to be shitty or whatever. He's got a gay voice.
Sure.
I think the steam turned back on. Like that. He sounds like that.
Yeah.
And I go, oh, yeah. Now I got to react because he's now speaking to me. So I
Oh,
got to
yeah.
go, yeah, sometimes I thought that too. Just kind of like fumbling. And now maybe he thinks I'm nervous because I'm kind of like, oh, boy.
Oh, yeah. Well, I never.
Because that's how I would respond if it was a hot woman that I wanted to have sex with. I'd be
Right.
like, oh, well, I don't know what to say because that's how you go.
Yeah.
So then he says that, and then I got to try to get the order right. Then he reaches over and he says, I'm Isaac.
Oh, man.
Now, shaking hands in the steam room is not a normal activity. You're
No,
not usually,
no contact.
No contact. And now it's quite a reach because it's a decent size. It's probably where this wall is. So I got to reach.
Oh, Jesus.
And he's full reach. Now we're shaking hands. We're touching. His
Oh,
name's
my God.
Isaac, and which is doesn't every name sound gay when it comes from a gay person?
It does. I know exactly. I knew you were going to say that.
If he said my name's Mark, I'd be like, oh, what a gay name.
Yeah.
Isaac. It just sounds gay.
That's so true.
I don't know any straight Isaacs.
Also, the S doesn't help. The I sick.
Yes, but then I thought about
sick
it.
your dick.
You don't know your kid's gay when they're born. So you don't. It's like you just give it a gay name.
Yeah, that's true.
But if he had been like, my name's Joseph, I would have been like, gay name.
Yeah.
But anyways,
That is it. That could be a bit.
Maybe.
I like that.
But I am flat. 'Cause, by the way, he's a sexy man. I mean, this
Sure.
isn't like, fuck it. It's not, Giannis Pappas over here. This is like
It's a black. I'm picturing Tyrese.
who's Tyrese?
He's a hot afro.
By the way, I picked Giannis. He's pretty sexy, too. I should have gone with
Yeah,
someone
yeah.
ugly. I should have gone with,
Ralphie May or something.
yeah, Ralphie Gay.
Aha.
Yeah,
Ralphie.
Giannis is pretty hot, actually.
Yeah, he's a hunk, a Brooklyn hunk.
The beard, the thing, Greek.
Yeah.
And Greeks and anal. I think that's something.
Aha. They invented it.
But anyway, so I shake hands with Isaac. Then I sit back. And then a moment passes. There's probably maybe some dialogue. Then he goes, my legs are burning. So he moved because the steam is right behind him. So now he moves closer. Now he's one empty seat away. He's like, where you are.
Oh, God.
Now, to be fair, that seat, your legs do burn. So like, oh, yeah, that seat's brutal. And I don't want to do now. Again, I feel like a woman. I don't want to do the thing where I'm like, well, my wife. I'll tell you about my wife, because then they can go, whoa. What about? I'm not trying to do anything. And I feel like I really can empathize with women because I'm like, I don't want to. I understand women end up fucking people they don't even want to fuck because they feel bad.
Like you're about to.
Yeah, so he sits there, and then he says, how often do you come to the steam room? And I was like, oh, pretty often when I'm in town. I come here a lot. I love it.
Oh, I'm nervous.
And I'm like, it's much better than the sauna. I'm like, I really feel good. I feel relaxed after it. And he's like, he's not saying much. He's just going, dead eye contact, really looking at me. And he goes, but how often do you come to the gym? And I was like, pretty often. He goes, because you're very cut.
Oh!
He's like, you're cut and you look fit. And he's doing like a reach, not quite a touch.
Oh, my
He's like,
God.
you're very cut and really ripped up, looking good. And I'm like, oh, thank you very much. And then he goes, and he's like, I'm too hot. He does like a hand wave, the gay hand fan.
Yes, hand fan.
And then he goes, all right, well, he's like, I gotta get out. I gotta step out. And I go, hey, take care. Good to meet you.
Uh-huh.
Then he comes back like a moment later. He's back in. So now we're sitting there again, and his foot's very close to my foot, and we're just kind of chatting a little bit. Then he leaves again, and I go, all right, take care. And I'm like, all right, he's gone for good now. So I sit there in the steam. I enjoy the steam a little longer. I come out of the steam, and he's just sitting right there, legs still spread with the wafty dick. He's just been sitting outside, like, waiting for me.
What?
And I go, oh, because the sauna is right next to the steam room, and you have to, there's 3 steps up the sauna thing.
Uh-huh.
So now he's just sitting on those steps. And I go, oh, hey, you're still here. And he's like, mm-hmm. And then I walk to the sink to kind of splash my face and fill my water bottle.
Oh, God.
And when I turn from there, I notice he's looking at me from like 10 feet away.
Jesus.
On the like he's just watching me through the thing. So it's a real...
It's a scene.
It's a real, hunt.
Yes, you're the prey.
I'm being preyed upon, but
Thoughts and
nothing,
prayers.
nothing. He's not me tooing me or anything. He's just doing the dance.
Yeah, he's letting you know.
But I'm not so interested in dancing. So then I went back and got dressed, and when I'm dressed, I walked out, and he's still sitting there looking at me, and this time I didn't even do any, I just kind of saw in the prep, I was like, I got to get out of here.
Yeah.
And then I told Sarah, and I think it might have turned around a little bit. Because
all right.
I'm a wanted man.
Yes, yeah. It sucks that this could be construed as homophobic, but you're allowed to not want to be railed.
Yeah, no, I mean, he was nice. I chatted with him, we whatever.
Yeah.
But, I don't want to have sex, but this is what women feel, I think.
Of course.
Because it's supposed to, it's flattering. And I think if you do that thing of like, hey, my boyfriend, say, like, oh, boyfriend, whoa, I wasn't
Right.
trying to do
That
nothing,
sucks.
whatever. And you feel this guilt of like, I don't want to come off homophobic or racist and be like, hey, get away from me, man. I don't want to
Sure.
do that shit. So now I'm just getting into this area where like, now I'm a cock tease. You can be rude or you can be a cock tease.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Oh, she was so nice to me. She kept talking to me. What'd you think I wanted?
Right.
You know, I understand
I get it. It sucks.
that weird position you get into.
Yeah, let me throw this idea. I just had a gay prevention idea.
Sure.
That sounds bad.
Yeah, throw it at me. Throw some cum in my face.
GPI. Let's say you really wanted to let the guy know that you weren't into it, but not let him down in any way. You go, you top or bottom? And then he goes, I'm a top. And you go, I'm a top. It's not going to work out.
But now that's too late because see, that's no good. Now you're giving him outs. You're not giving him the full thing. You're not being perfectly honest with them.
Sure,
Because that gives him the
sure.
thing where he goes, well, I can dabble. I can
We
switch.
could blow.
Yeah, I can suck your dick.
Right.
You can suck my dick.
Yeah.
What I'd have to say is my mouth is too small. I got a type 2 mouth here.
Uh-huh.
There's no way that fucking dong is going to put in there.
Right. That's
But
a good point.
I liked his cock waft. It makes me jealous of the gays because they can put it out there a lot more.
Oh, they can put it, baby.
If I was just on a bus with a lady and I started showing her my cock and wafting my shorts at her, I mean, I'd be in jail.
That's the end of that Peter Pan.
Yeah, I'd be Peter Band.
Aha!
But anyways, that's the whole story. But now, again, feeling like a woman, I'm uneasy. I go back to the next day. I'm back in the steam room, and I don't want to bump into Isaac.
Right.
As sexy as he is, and I'm sure he's a pleasant guy.
That's fascinating.
And it stinks because he'd be hotter than any woman that's ever come on to me.
Right.
I mean, I've had some sex with some hot women, but
Sure.
and my wife, I love, and I'm attracted to her. And
Good-looking lady.
I mean, I'm overly attracted to her, but on paper, anyone looking at this guy would be like, that's a hot guy.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? I mean, this guy, I would say, how would I describe him? Shaved head, clean shaven, nice eyes, amazing body.
Yeah.
I'm talking like 0% body fat. Those chest plates,
I love a plate.
like really,
Collect all of them.
really nice. Good dong, got a good whiff.
Oh,
got
you
a
saw
good
the
look.
dong? Good.
I saw a bit of it. I didn't want to stare, It was
Sure.
like the sun, but
Gotta know what might be plowing you.
yeah, it was a pipe and a half, and I'd be honored. So I gotta find maybe there's a gay out there that kind of has a look of me.
Yeah.
But I think he sees the wedding ring. They want to turn you. That's a hot turn
Oh,
on to fuck a
interesting.
straight married. Especially my wife's like on the treadmill.
Right.
What would be if you're gay? What's hotter than fucking a gay man while his wife was out doing leg lifts in the other room?
That sounds like a caption on a porn, like gay guy fucks straight guy while wife is in the next room.
Yeah.
It's a long one.
But,
It's a long title, but I can see it.
there was a moment where I was like, maybe I blow this guy just to kind of make it so it's not weird. I don't want to be racist or homophobic.
Well, it sounds like, too, you're describing a real hunk of beef here.
Yeah.
So he's probably confident in his hunt. You know?
Oh,
It's
definitely.
Like, look at me, I'm a 12. This skinny whitey is going to be all over me.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, I think he felt confident, and he was smelling good, by the way. I'll say.
Oh yeah.
And I'll tell you why, Mark. I was using native deodorant.
I love Native. They sent us a cucumber mint. I'm wearing it right now.
Yeah, I'm wearing it too. I love it. Are you looking for a natural deodorant that doesn't use aluminum? Aluminum, by the way, is not great for you. You don't want aluminum in your deodorant. Most of it has it.
Is that right?
Yes, it is.
Gives you breast cancer.
We got a great new sponsor, folks. It's Native Deodorant. Native creates safe, simple, effective products, and Native has over 8,000 5-star reviews, so you
Wow.
know it worked. 8,000 people have given it a
Wow.
5-star. Usually the people that review are jerks that want to just say 1 star. 8,000 5-star reviews. It doesn't contain aluminum, parabens, or talc.
Nice.
Instead, it's filled with ingredients found in nature. Native uses coconut oil for its antimicrobial
I love it. Love it.
properties and I don't even know how to say
Tapioca
that.
starch.
Tapioca starch, thank you, to absorb wetness, and shea butter to moisturize. Tell them more, Mark.
Shea butter. I know the African Americans like a little shea butter.
Isaac.
So for 20% off your first purchase, visit nativedeodorant.com and use code Tuesdays during checkout. That's nativedeodorant.com and use code Tuesdays during checkout. Plural, Tuesdays. Native Deodorant. Take care of your body, folks. This stuff smells great, feels great, works great. Great for you.
Yes, sir.
Native Deodorant.
All right.
Yeah.
And should we read the other one or later?
Later.
We'll do
We
that
don't
later.
wanna
We'll
put
break it up.
We don't want to put the people through too much.
All right. I didn't think Isaac was going to take that long.
I'm fascinated with Isaac. And I'm hard.
Well, there might be a sequel because we're at the same steam room over there. And it's tricky because the steam room is a place you go to meet guys.
It is. It's a big hunting ground, but you got to bring in the lady, and it'd be like, "Hey, Eyes, you got to meet Sarah."
I know. Maybe I will, but I don't want to offend. I'm in this weird position. I'm afraid.
Yeah, position.
Anyways, but I'll get into more of my stuff later on.
All right. Well, I missed you. You've been on the road for quite a half a coon's age. What do they call it?
Crazy. I don't know if you can say that.
All right. Well, you've been on the road for a fortnight, and last Monday we missed you. We had the best day. Let me tell you about this Monday I had.
Oh, yes. I was in Los Angeles.
All right. So I've been on a real kooky. What do you want to call it? A midlife crisis, maybe?
Sure.
Something's up with me because I go. I've been doing a little self-examining.
Sure.
And I'm like, this sucks about me. Why do I do this? Why do I make problems for myself?
Uh-huh.
So I go, I got this old-ass phone. I could just buy a new phone.
I just bought a new phone.
I want to ask you about it, by the way.
Great. I love it.
Well, those are like $1,000 though, right?
$800, $750, $800 because I got the extra space. $800.
That's a pretty penny.
But may I just say, quick side note,
Please.
People talk about phones. Because I use it all day,
That's
every day.
true.
My
That's
laptop,
true.
you pay $1,500 for. I use my phone 5,000 times more often than my laptop. Plus, it's a camera. Plus, it's a compass. We should be. These are cheap.
You're
$800.
right.
This should be $10,000.
That's a good point.
It's insane.
It's your whole office.
It's my email, my fucking magnifying glass, my dick measurer.
Porn.
Yeah, the whole thing.
Yeah, anal, Isaac. Yeah, so. But you know me, I got such low self-esteem. Like, I can't just go and buy an $800 phone. What the hell am I doing? But I go, this is your problem. You can buy a new phone and have a better life, you loser. You're going to die one day, you cum-guzzling Nazi. So, of course, I got to beat the system, so I find a new phone on Craigslist. I go, all right, I'm not giving Apple my whole pair of shoes. I'm going to go get a guy on Craigslist and beat the system, get a cheaper phone, same phone from some fat Mexican guy.
You're Costanza.
I got it bad. So then I go, well, look, I've always wanted a moped. I want a car, but I can't have a car in this godforsaken city.
Very expensive.
So I'm going to buy a moped. I'm going to cruise around. I do 18 sets a night. I'm always late. I pull my hair out, missing the MTA, get in a cab, jumping an Uber. I'm getting a fucking badass vroom vroom, and I'm going to just pop around town.
Like a Vespa or like a dirt bike?
Somewhere in the middle.
Okay.
A Vesp dirt. So,
A dirtpa.
thank you. So, Derpa. So I go, all right, I'm going to go on Craigslist again and eBay and all this and look for some cool dirt bikes. And I know a guy with a Vespa, and he likes his, and or a moped, and he likes his. We talked about it. I got all the information I need. I go buy one.
Whoa!
So this was my Monday.
Does it sound like that?
It does. I can show it to you. It's right outside.
No kidding. I'd love to see it.
It's quite a hog. All right, so Monday, I'm going to the Yankee game with the whole crew. It's Sam, Ari, Phil Hanley, Joe Mackey, Mike Vecchione, Anthony DeVito, Liz, Greg Stone, Pete Lee. I'm forgetting somebody. Pete Lee's lady. Brandon from the Cellar. He's a waiter. So it's like a crew, baby. So we're meeting at the Cellar. The game's at 1. We're meeting the Cellar at noon. But
fun.
I'm so excited about my new purchases. I want to get it all in.
Sure.
I can't wait any longer. So I go, hey, fat Mexican guy, could you meet me in Manhattan at 10? I'll wake up early, get the phone from you, then go to the bank because I got to get out a couple coins.
Sure.
The moped guy wants cash, as moped guys do.
Wouldn't it be crazy if he was the same guy from the steam room that left me? What if he was the fat Latino guy that went,
man.
and then he was going to fucking get your moped?
Yeah, Fluffy.
He could have saved me from Isaac, but all of a sudden he's getting a call from
That's
old
right.
moped head.
Boy, that would be a fun little Tarantino plot.
Yeah, clinker.
All right, so I meet the fat Mexican guy at 10 a.m. I'm half asleep. I'm nervous. We buy the phone. We go into a Citibank. It's super awkward. He's like, meet me at the hospital, the Bellevue on 1st and 24th.
Sure.
So I pop over there. It's a bitch to get there. He's late,
You meet him at a hospital?
That's where he wanted to meet.
That's very strange.
He set it up. It was,
All right.
a drug deal. I'm sitting there. It was a couple $100, so I got that in my pocket. So I go, all right, I got to go meet the fat Mexican at 10 at a hospital. Then I got to have the money on me, so I had to go to the bank first. Then I got to go to the bank again and pull out a couple grand because you can only pull out $500 from a ATM. So I had to go to the guy, the teller, the clerk.
Old school.
Yes. So now I'm waiting outside the hospital, and this old white guy comes out, torn shirt, bloody, beard, shitty hair, dirt in his face, and he goes, you got a cigarette? And I was like, no, sorry. He goes, you're a fucking pussy. You're a pussy. And I'm like, yeah. He goes, where are you from? I go, New Orleans. He goes, I love that town. Now he sits down, and he mooches a cigarette off some lady. He's sitting outside of a hospital smoking and talking to me about his life. He's an ex-Marine. He got shanghaied. He woke up on a boat. He landed in New York. He got beat up the first night at a bar. He woke up in the hospital. So
That sounds great.
He was cool, but he was scary. And he called a woman a fat cunt because he asked her for a light, and she said no. It was a whole thing. But it was like a real New York moment. I'm like, he's like, what are you doing here? I'm like, I'm waiting on a guy, a fat Mexican, to give me a phone. He's like, what? I've been there, And so finally, the Mexican guy shows up. He's fat as hell. We go into a Citibank. Now the security guard's staring at us because we're standing in front of an ATM going, all right, you got the phone? I got the phone. How's it work?
Wait, you're getting the phone or the bike?
I'm getting the phone at 10 a.m.
I thought you were getting the bike.
I can't get the bike because I got to go to the Yankee game.
Oh, I'm all confused.
Oh, the bike, that's coming.
I thought you were getting the bike and taking it to the cellar.
No. If I get that bike, I'm going to want to play with it. I'm not going to be able to put the bike up and just leave it.
I got you. Okay,
But-
all right. I was confused.
So 10 a.m. phone, bank, Yankee game, then we'll go from there.
Okay.
So I get the phone, and now it's all exciting. I got a shiny new phone. It's got way more storage, way more quirks and quoops and all this shit.
What is it, an iPhone?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's an 8.
The 8.
What'd you get?
I got the 10R.
Woo!
10 retards, baby.
That's special.
You got the Ocho.
Yeah, you got that right.
Hispano.
That was this guy. He looked like an 8. So I got it with him, and now it's fun. You get a new iPhone, but you're sitting there going, I got to put my credit card in, I got to put my name in, I got to get my handle, my wallet, my tweets, you're
It's a pain in the
signing
balls, yeah.
Huge pain in the balls.
I can't reorder food anymore. I don't know any of my
Yes,
passwords. The whole
yes.
situation. I have to call the bank.
You didn't realize what you had. Everything was so easy. Uber, boom, just got it. Now you got to put your money back in, you got to put your name in. It's a whole thing.
Right.
So I'm doing that on the way to the cellar, and I'm all excited. And, you lose all your photos. I lost all these tweets and
Wait,
texts.
really?
Yeah, I lost a ton of shit.
Well,
I'm
when
an
you
idiot.
do it like that,
I know, exactly.
don't you have an Apple Cloud
I
situation?
can't find the cloud. It's
Oh,
raining on
God.
me. It's a celluloid. What do you call
It's
that?
a sunny day.
Cumulus?
Cellulite. That's what the Mexican had.
Yeah, he did. And so now I go to the cellar, and I just go, all right, put the phone in your pocket. Now I got 2 phones in my pocket. I go, put the phone in your pocket and just try to enjoy. You got all your buddies here. So I'm pounding a Miller Lite. We jump on the D train. I'm drinking on the D. We're all laughing on the train. It's already a great day. Sun is shining. We get out to the fucking Yankee Stadium. We buy more beers. We got the big tall boys. Me and Ari take the shirts off. Liz goes, I got a surprise. She bought nipple tassels. So now we throw those on. We're drinking in the sun. The game's cooking. We beat the Orioles. It was a great game. Phil shows up. Sam shows up. The whole thing. We're just having a great old time.
Don't refer to the Yankees as we, for God's sakes. You can't be a
Oh.
Yankee fan, for God's sakes, can you?
Did I say, I'm saying we as the group.
Ah, jeez.
We're having a great time.
The we. We beat the Orioles, my God.
Well, New York. I don't know.
All right, come on.
I like the Mets.
Gotta throw up. Thank you.
All
Mets.
right.
Be a Mets fan. That sounds good.
I like the Mets better. They seem more human.
We'll settle on the Mets.
All right. What do you like? The Reds? The Red Sox?
The Red Sox.
All right. Well, I like the Red Sox too. Can I? I'm an atheist. I like them all.
I like them. Now the volume knob fell off.
So, whatever. It's a Yankee game. I don't know. I'll go to an Islanders game. I don't even know what an Islander
Yeah, we
is.
should go to the Islanders
I'm
game.
down to go to an Islanders.
I think we did do that one time.
What was that?
No, you weren't there.
Ah,
God, I'm sweating my ass off.
I know. It's hot as balls
All
in
right,
here.
so you're at the game.
So I'm at the game, and now I'm 6 of these beers in, and, it's a Monday. Like, this is the beginning of the week. I got 8 spots tonight. I'm going to buy a moped later. I got to get my head in the game. So me and Ari are just dancing, our shirts off. We're goosing each other. We're fucking in the bushes. So we leave, and I turn around. Everybody's gone except for me, Ari, DeVito, and Stone. And I was like, how did this happen? And we go, let's go to another bar. So we go to this bar in the Bronx.
Yeah.
And the Yankees won, so it's packed, which is Long Island creeps.
Yeah.
And it's huge. You forget about the Bronx. It's like a warehouse full of Yankee people. There's an outdoor area.
Oh,
where
yeah.
I see Meg Cuppernall there. We're trashed.
No kidding.
She's great.
That's
So
a beautiful lady.
beautiful lady. And they were all like, how do you know her? Damn, it was pretty good. I felt cool. So
She's a comic.
I'm shit-faced now. It's like 4 or 5 in the afternoon. I'm housed. And we go back up, me and Ari on the train going, can you believe that special? That guy sucks. He stinks. Oh, my girlfriend this. He hates his lady. We're all going, we're the loud drunks on the, oh, shit. So, sorry, Shelby, cut that out. So we're on the train.
She's not going to hear this.
All right, we're shucking and jiving. We got a headlock. I'm spinning on the pole. He's got a Yankee jersey open. He's like a 60-year-old man. He looks horrible, and we're just having a great time. I'm like doing the worm down the D train, and finally I get back to my apartment like 6:30. I got a show at 7. I'm like headlining at the Fat Black or something. So I'm just like, come on, I take a shower. I'm trying to get myself back into. I'm drinking coffee, and so here's my night. I got my new phone. It's not working. People are trying to contact me. I haven't tweeted in 3 hours. I'm off all social media. I'm shit-faced. I'm sweaty. I get out of the shower. I go, all right, where am I? My calendar's gone. Everything's gone because of my new phone from Craigslist.
Yeah.
Ah! So I just show up at the club, and my phone kind of starts clicking on, and then the guy goes, hey, I'm bringing the bike in from Jersey. Can you meet me at the Holland Tunnel at 8?
The Holland Tunnel.
Because he doesn't want to come all into the city. He's
Right.
like, I'm already. You're lucky I'm bringing it in. I don't want to fucking find your ass, which I get. I'm appreciative of the bring in.
Okay.
So I go, all right, well, I'm at the cellar all night.
That's not far.
That's not far. I could probably walk. But here's the clinker. I finally get my calendar coming on. I got a 7 o'clock, an 8:10, and then like an 11.
Okay.
So I'm like, shit. How am I going to do an 8:10 if he's showing up at 8 at the Holland Tunnel?
Right.
So I do some mixing and matching. I get on at 9. I do the 7 o'clock, run to the tunnel, get the bike, hand him the big wad of cash. Thank God I didn't lose that. Drunk all day. Just had a couple grand in my back pocket.
All right.
I give him the cash. He shows me the bike, and he goes, it's a great bike, great condition. I'll show it to you. It's mint. He's at the 1980 Garelli. It's an Italian moped. This thing looks like a fucking dragon, baby.
1980.
I went vintage.
Wow.
The new ones are so cunty. So I wanted some zip.
Okay.
So this guy's like a moped head. He's got all these. He's got like a garage full. He's like, this is my pride and joy. I don't want to sell it, but I had a kid and I'm gay and all this. I'm like, all right. So I go, I'll just ride it back to the cellar. I'm at the Holland Tunnel. I can't start it.
What?
He
He
told me-
left without starting it?
Well, he thought I lied. I said I was a big moped guy.
Wait, what did he take back? Did he walk through the tunnel?
He drove his truck.
Oh, it was on the truck.
Oh yeah.
I thought he was driving the moped and
I
then just,
don't know.
popped smoke and disappeared.
Right. I don't know if you can pull that hog through a tunnel. That'd be risky.
Okay.
I mean, they go about 60, but still.
All right.
You don't want to get honked at all day. But yeah, so now I got this bike, and I'm on in like 20 minutes because he did a walk around. He's like, this is the clutch, the exhaust, the choke. I don't know any of this shit. I'm panicking. I'm like, yeah, the choke. I'll choke you in bed, whatever. And he's like, all right, buddy. We've kind of made friends. We exchanged hellos and goodbyes. And now I'm on the side of the highway or whatever, the West Side Highway area, just like, trying to start. I'm kicking
Nothing.
it. I'm twisting it. I'm turning it. I'm juking it. I'm Googling, how do you start a moped? I'm half
Oh, my
drunk. It's
God.
nighttime. Cars are honking at me.
It's like a horror movie.
It was bad. So I just walk it to the cellar. It takes me forever because it's heavy as shit. I'm just, glugging along.
Oh, this is the saddest thing I've ever
It's
heard.
so sad. I'm going, what am I doing with my life? I'm shit-faced. What am I, 18? I'm pushing a bike. I just paid a couple grand to a guy with an envelope. He pulled up in a truck. He's from Jersey. Had an earring.
The idea of walking a vehicle is so depressing.
So depressing. And now I got to bring it to the cellar where everybody goes, what's that? Start it up. Can I ride it? I'm not ready. I can't even start it myself. So I got a lot on my plate here.
That's not a bad move, though. You give someone permission to ride. You get a Dean Del Rey or some bike guy and be like, take it for a spin.
That's true.
And then you video what he does, and then all of a sudden you got it.
That's not bad, but I kind of have a buck up moment, like a block away from the cellar, where I go, all right, you loser, you're getting this thing started. So I Google it, I YouTube it, I go, okay, that's something. I pull that clutch, I pop it, starts it up, I get on it, I go all over the. It was a revelation. I felt like a new man.
Wow.
I had like a, what do you call it? Epiphany.
So what I'm picturing, is it like a Vespa where your feet are on the thing? Are your feet involved?
It looks like a really skinny, shorter motorcycle.
Okay, so it's closer to a dirt bike than a Vespa?
Yeah, in looks-wise, for sure.
Okay.
But it's more of the power of a Vespa.
I guess I don't know
It
what a
just
moped
looks cooler.
is. Motor pedal? What does that mean?
Yeah, maybe that's it.
Motor
it's a
pedophile?
motorized bicycle with pedals.
Mostly pedals.
Ah.
But you don't pedal.
No, they are there for your feet.
Okay, so it's like, do you kick it to start
You
it?
kick
like
it.
like
kick
one of
it.
those things.
Yeah.
That's sexy.
It's pretty cool.
Isaac would fucking shit for this thing.
Woo! Yeah, he's all over us.
Big cock waft for that.
So I get it started, and I go, all right, I got about 15 minutes of my set. I'm half in the bag. So my first ride on this thing, I'm shithoused.
Yeah, you're breaking the law.
Yeah, I don't have a helmet. I don't have a whatever. It's not registered. So I'm riding around
Jesus.
Hudson and Bleecker, and I'm just like, wah, the sun is in my face. I mean, the wind is in my face. I'm having a great time. I'm like, this is the best thing I've ever done. I went from, what the hell am I doing with my life? I suck. I'm on the side of the road with a vehicle that doesn't work. I got ripped off, I thought, by this chooch. Now I'm riding down Hudson. People are going, hey. One guy goes, great moped. I feel like Kramer.
Wow.
It was amazing.
That's a girl's bike.
So I pull that hog up to the VU, and they let me park it inside right by,
What?
yeah, you know where the velvet rope thing is.
Yeah, now how's the parking going to work? Can you put it on the sidewalk and shit?
I'm nervous, though. You could throw that thing in a truck. It's heavy, but I have a lock for it, but still, I'm nervous.
Yeah, you got to get one of those big locks, I guess.
Yeah.
I gotta see this thing 'cause I can't visualize.
You're going to shit when you see it.
All right, I can't wait.
So I go, all right. I pull it right in there. Everybody's like, Artie Fuqua's like filming me, like, whoa, this shit's awesome. He's a millionaire. That was fun.
Multi.
He doesn't have one of these, though.
No.
Not a 1980 Gorelli. So I do my set, whatever, get off stage, and I just go. I couldn't wait to get back on it, and I just zip around with no phone, really, by the way. So no one's bothered me, and I'm just cool, wind in my hair, learning the moped, feeling it, getting it. I know how to start it now. It was a really a special day.
Now, where do you park it at home? Is it just out there?
Right now, it's chained up to I have a gate on the sidewalk. It's chained up to the gate, and I got a cover over it.
Wow, you got
Yeah.
it covered and everything.
Oh yeah, I really went all out on this thing, and you know, you took a risk, and you got a guy from fucking Jersey come in, and I already had the moment of like, this is a huge mistake. He told me how to do it. I didn't listen. I was drunk. I had to learn it myself. I was kicking myself for buying it, and now I'm so glad I did.
Now, does this have anything to do with the Seinfeld business? Because you said you wanted to buy a Porsche, but you couldn't afford a Porsche. And I can't help but notice he did a whole Sebastian Maniscalco Vespa in the Village.
I thought about that, but
All
I
right.
did have one in high school, and I wanted to zip around, and I remember seeing that episode and being like, if this 50, 65-year-old guy can do it, I'm doing it.
Fuck yeah.
So, but I got it, and it just shows, because I have all these issues with my brain. If you want something, you can just do it.
Yeah.
And it might be weird, and there's going to be parking situations, and it's going to not start every now and then, but fuck it.
Yeah, we're doing it.
We're doing it.
By the way,
do it.
I've never seen 1 second of Sebastian Maniscalco's act. I watched that Comedians in Cars where they ride the scooters. They show 1 clip. It's the hardest I've ever laughed in my life.
Oh, really?
That company bit, I was
know
on
the
the
bit.
floor. I've never laughed so hard in my life.
Wait, I saw the app. I don't remember.
They show a clip of him doing the thing where he's like, when you're a kid, the bell rings, someone rings the doorbell,
Oh,
and you're like, this is for
yes.
company. Now they're like, and he does the whole thing. He's like, there's a
Right.
sword under the couch. I've never laughed so hard in my life. The guy, I've never watched him. 'Cause
Oh.
I'm like, Sebastian Maniscalco, he's blowing up, and everyone's like, you know when that someone blows up, you're like,
course.
I don't want to watch it.
He
You guys don't
stinks.
know what you're talking about. He
Yeah.
probably sucks. Never laughed so hard in my life. Although I heard
Wow.
that's his best bit by far.
It is easily, it's like his signature.
It's pretty amazing, though. It's one of the funniest bits I've ever heard in my life.
You know what else is amazing?
I do know what's amazing. Are you thinking Raycon, or are you
Oh,
starting a new
yeah.
story? Are you talking Raycon?
I love Raycon.
Love Raycon also. It's 2019, folks. Everyone needs a great pair of wireless earbuds, especially on that scooter. You're going to need some earbuds.
You got that right.
That's probably not legal, but whatever.
Ah.
Before you go dropping hundreds of dollars on a pair, you need to check out the wireless earbuds from Raycon. Raycon, they sent them to us. We use them. We love them.
Love 'em.
Raycon earbuds start at about half the price of any other premium wireless earbuds on the market, and they sound just as amazing. More amazing, if you ask me.
You got that right.
The company was actually co-founded by Ray J, and celebrities like Snoop Dogg, the D-O-double-G, and Cardi B are already obsessed.
Yes. Raycon's wireless earbuds have totally changed the game for me. They're so comfortable, easy to take anywhere. Unlike some of these other wireless options, Raycons are both stylish and discreet. No dangling wires or stems. And of course, they just look great. And they sound great, too. I love them. I use them. I'm going to put them in my ears when I'm on the hog. I use them on the train. They're great. Go buy Raycon. Go to buyraycon.com/Tuesdays to get 15% off your order. That's buyraycon, B-U-Y, raycon.com/Tuesdays for 15% off Raycon wireless earbuds. If you've been eyeing a pair, now's the time to get an amazing deal. One more time, buyraycon.com/Tuesdays. Oh, yeah.
Cool wind in your hair, cool sounds in your ears. What a life. Don't you love the summer? I mean, what a summer we're having.
Great summer.
Beautiful
Great
summer.
summer.
We're all over the place, and it's just the best. I'll tell you, I don't know where to go. I got a bunch of stuff. I got Denver, I got LA, and I got Minneapolis. I don't know where to go, but we gotta wrap up soon.
You got a
here.
nugget? I mean, we got 10 minutes. You got a nugget?
I got a couple nuggets. Well, I'll tell you about. We're talking phones here, phones and bikes. I can sink into the phones and bikes situation.
Period. Sink.
So I'm in Denver. I've had the most insane run. I'm finally off the road. I did in a row. I did the whole tour with Louis in Europe, straight to Montreal, weekend in Montreal just for laughs. Next week at Tampa Side Splitters, which was killer. Then Denver Comedy Works, which is one of the best clubs in the world. Then Acme, Minneapolis, one of the best clubs in the world.
Yeah.
Finally home. I'm road weary. I haven't had 4 nights in a row at home since June.
Wow.
The month of July, I stayed at my house 6 nights.
Holy
It's
Moses.
insane. I don't know how we're pulling off the podcast, folks. I hope you're loving it out there.
You're
Because
welcome.
we're gonna get divorced, for God's sakes.
Uh-huh.
But so I was in Denver Comedy Works. First of all, great city, first class city.
Mile high.
It is. That airport's a little kooky. But do you know about the theories with the airport and shit? Evidently, there's a huge conspiracy with the airport. It's like a burial ground, Native Americans. There's all kinds of weird rabbit holes. People keep telling me.
Yeah, I heard that. It seems kooky, but that airport is a bitch and a half.
It's 9 hours from the city.
It's a tight shoe.
Very strange. It's a wet sock after a wet sock. What was that one again? A dry sock after a wet sock. That's a good thing.
Yes.
That's a bad
But
one.
what's the shoe one?
Tight shoe.
Oh, it is tight shoe.
A shoe that doesn't fit well.
Yeah, that's too tight on a shoe is a bitch. It's a real cum dick.
I haven't experienced that in a long time.
Oh, I hate it. Remember when you were a kid, they go, "Rah," they
It's
pull
only
those
when you're a
strings?
kid, yeah, because your
Yeah.
foot is growing. Isn't it weird that you grow? Bones
Yeah,
grow? It
it's
doesn't
so
make
crazy.
sense.
That long, hard thing grows.
Your dick is the same dick.
Well,
Like
I
that
hope
dick
not.
is the same dick.
Oh,
Well, you
yeah,
didn't
yeah.
switch them out.
Right.
It's like it starts as a little pecker, and then you got a
little
big
acorn.
dog. You got a big Isaac over there.
Yeah, I guess so. And then the grass starts growing. It's a kooky thing.
It's wild.
That's why when you're a kid, everybody goes, "Hey, you're getting big," because it's a big deal.
Yeah, it's strange, and no one notices because it just happened. Like it happens at night, I guess, in the cartoons.
It's so gradual. That's why you got the notches on the wall to show how big your dick's got.
The Nazis?
The notches,
Nachos.
not just cheese.
I got you. Nazis and cheese.
Oh, that's delicious.
That wouldn't be bad. All right. Anyways, so I'm out in Denver, Comedy Works. Speaking of phones and bikes, we're out there. We have a great time. I fly in a night early, and that's fun. I just walk around. It's a beautiful day. Sarah comes in the next day. We go to Sam's Diner or whatever the fuck
Oh,
place.
I know that place, right in the corner.
Right across the street. Great day. Now, every time I ever go to Denver, I always have a car, and I'll go out to the mountains. Estes Park and El Dorado Park and Red Rocks. This time I said, I'm going to save money and just be in the city.
Wow.
Downtown, have some fun. Check out the city.
That's we flipped. I'm spending money on gadgets. You're saving money.
I'm saving money, but I want to explore a little bit. So we go out, Sarah's there, we rent bikes, and we ride the Cherry Creek Trail,
Cherry Creek Trail.
which is right behind the condo. It goes all the way to the link to the city, and Cherry Creek's like, they're like Beverly Hills, you know?
Oh, I didn't know that.
So we rent bikes, and we ride that trail. It's a beautiful trail. It's a creek. It's the Cherry Creek.
That's
And
lunch.
we take it all the way down, miles and miles. It's beautiful. There's all kinds of artwork and homeless people. It's real lovely.
Mm-hmm.
We get down to the Cherry Creek Mall, which is like, again, it's like this Beverly Hills situation. It's spectacular down there. We went to the Denver Botanical Gardens. Several people messaged me to check out the Botanical Gardens. Thanks for the recs. Appreciate it. Went there. Beautiful. It was 175 degrees, but
Yeah.
great time. Walked around, meditated, kissed, whatever. Then we start walking, and I'm like, we'll go back to the creek. We'll rent bikes. We'll ride back. I go look at my phone to check the map. It's just dead.
Oh no.
Fully dead, and it's hot. It's like a hot rock.
Not battery. Dead.
It's just dead. It was at 60%. I was using it the whole thing, whatever. It's
Kaput.
just gone. So we were like, that sucks. I go, well, whatever. We'll go back. I'll charge it. We ride back. Beautiful ride. I plug it in. This thing is dead.
Dead as a doornail.
Just crapped out. And of course, I'm freaking out because I'm like, what am I going to do? We have gigs. What if the club's trying to contact us? So I have to like email my manager and agent, be like, tell the club to call Sarah.
Wow.
I call my mother just in case. You start freaking out. You're like,
Isn't that wild?
You're like, if in case anything happens, call her. Everyone, I'm like, call her number. We start using. I'm like, I don't know how I'm gonna get by with 14 hours without my phone. Mm-hmm. Which it's sickening. It's fucking
sickening.
sick. It makes me want to kill myself.
You
Seriously,
need it. You tied at the hip.
it's horrible.
What does that mean, by the way? Tied at the hip.
Attached at the hip. I think it's like
attached at the hip.
Yeah, I think it's like
Is it
Siamese people.
That's a little insensitive to the Measies.
Yeah, you don't hear about the measles all that often anymore.
Yeah.
The Siamese.
Maybe we got rid of them.
I hope so. They're creepy as hell.
A little off-putting.
That would be weird. You'd never see like a Siamese mass shooting.
Yeah.
That'd be like double the guns, wouldn't it?
Yeah, good point. Yeah, that's 2 rounds.
Well, I guess they only have 2 arms. They have the same amount of arms as us.
Oh, yeah, and
Because they don't each get their set of arms. But attached to the hip, you would, because you're kind of...
Yeah, and then do you get 2 dongs?
I don't know.
Let's call in if you're Siamese.
Yeah, well, look, we have no Siamese fans, I'm sure of it.
We got to get some.
If we did, we lost them.
Well, that'd be 2. That's 2 losses. Because that's 2 brains. 4 ears.
So we ride back, and then we do the show, and now I can't record my sets. Of course, I had the best sets of my life. And then the phone, it's just dead. So I call Apple on her phone.
Sure.
And then it's all this computerized shit. The thing's like, they're like, right now, go to your settings. And I'm like, I don't have settings. I want a different phone. So then I go to the app. I go to the Apple store, and they keep going, Sarah. And I'm going, where the fuck is I have an appointment? And I go, wait, is that me? Maybe it's me. And they're like, well, you called at fucking whatever time. I'm like, that's me. And they're like, well, we can't prove that. I'm like, it was my wife's phone. My phone is dead. That's the issue. So I talked to the guy, and he tries to fucking, zap it, make it alive. He puts it in 7 different plugs. They do a litmus test or whatever you call it.
Yeah.
He's like, this thing's not turning back on. Your phone's dead as fuck.
Wow. I guess I got overheated. Maybe it melted.
I guess it just, they design them to crap out. So you got a new phone.
That's true. They crap.
So I ended up getting this 10R, and I'm loving it. The 10 retard, you got to get it. It's $800, but it's a beauty.
You see the difference.
The camera, it's got portrait mode and stuff, and I don't know much difference.
It looks zippy. It looks shiny and clear.
But anyways, I realize this isn't a great story, but we took bikes, and I got a phone, so I felt like it related to the topic.
But you got to switch and swatch all that crap.
This isn't a good way to end the show. I was like, I got something. I was just thinking bikes and phones, but this would have been more of just a topic of conversation after.
Tell me how the shows were in Denver.
All right, I'll give you the shows, but I'm really disappointed in myself. I'm just talking about a phone. I feel like I'm 150 years old.
Well, Apple needed a plug.
But it's a nice phone. But here's the nice thing about it. The whole time I thought I lost all my sets and all my photos. But this cloud business, I know they're spying on us. They have all our shit. It's disgusting. Yeah. It's gross. But I'm kind of happy they did, because I just plugged this in. You turn it on. You plug it into the power and Wi-Fi, and I got 25,000 photos back. Every set, the whole thing, all my notes. Back in black or whatever.
Yes, back in the New York anal.
But great time in Denver. Had a great. Every show was fucking great. Tanya, waitress Tanya.
Oh, I love Tanya.
She loves us, and she's like, "You guys talked about me in the podcast. I can't believe it. Thanks so much." And
good egg.
I felt bad because I got the reflux diet, so I never ordered any food, and I don't drink, so I just kept feeling like we don't want anything, but keep coming back here and saying hello.
Yeah, nice lady.
And there's a lot of Tuesdays on the crew there.
Oh yeah.
The staff, yeah, a lot of Tuesdays. We packed it out, hit a bonus, a lot of gays, amazing shows. But I'll give you this thing. I was texting you, freaking out. So the one night they go.
Yes.
I'm talking to Mel on Wednesday or Thursday morning. We're taking us to meet. She goes, I want to ask a favor. Is it okay if I got Sarah flying into feature? She's like, can we bump Sarah from the shows? We'll still pay her. But they're shooting a documentary about the Comedy Works. And she's like, we got to have all local comics on. We got to shoot them. They're shooting the other club. And she's like, but Saturday they're going to shoot downtown. So we got to get all these local comics in.
Kind of a bummer for you, but I get it.
It's a bummer for me. I go, oh, whatever. Sarah, what is she? She's like, all right, great. I'll get paid and I don't have to go on.
All right.
Nice short week, 3 shows. Like Friday night, she's like, I'm done.
Yeah.
So you want to do sets, but there's also a party that's like, don't you love when something gets canceled?
Of course.
Even if it's like a TV taping, like, we're going to do it another time, you're like, great, I got the night off.
Night off, do it again.
So we do that. Saturday comes. Now, I wasn't really thinking, I'm just going, all right, they're going to shoot some documentary, whatever. But then you get there and you go, now there's a bunch of people in the green room, and they're all shooting. So they have like that nervous energy. They're like, all right, I got to do a set, the whole thing. And they're all friends. So they're having beers, and they're only doing 6 minutes. They got beers. They're talking to the cameras. They're all friends. And I'm just kind of nervous because I'm trying to work something out here. I got some new stuff. I'm trying to get an album ready. And so I'm a little anxious, and they got the nervous energy. And they're the best comics in Denver. And Denver is a killer city. It's not the best comics in Toledo.
Right.
This is a legit city.
It is D-Town.
And they're all bringing the heat. It's a hot crowd. I mean, they are killing. And then Ben Roy is there. And they go, hey.
He's the mayor.
Can we throw Ben up too? Do you mind that? And of course, I mean, Ben's he's a legend there. I mean, I've known of the guy for 20 through Soder.
Right.
And he's a killer act. I've only met him a couple times. Nice guy from Boston originally. Well, I don't think he started there. So I go,
Nah.
of course he can go. What am I going to say? No.
Right.
So he's going to go up before me. Now, you know Ben Roy, and people at home, you should know him. If you don't, killer act.
Crushes.
He goes up and fucking murders.
Oh,
and then
yeah.
now it's like 5 comics. And even if they're only doing 3 minutes, the audience starts to be like a new guy, a new guy, a new guy. And they get used to seeing people do 5, 6, 7 minutes. So I'm happy to oblige. The club is so good to me. I'm happy to be there. I'm grateful. But you start to go, this is an issue.
Right.
I got 5 people murdering. Ben Roy is destroying.
He kills.
Destroying. And I was like, I'm fine. Like, this is crazy. And he does a whole bunch of airplane stuff, and I do a bunch of airplane stuff, which, everyone has airplane jokes, but I'm like, this is awkward because I'm like, it's got to go straight from his airplane to my airplane.
Right.
He's killing. He's likable. Fuck me.
It's a lot of planes.
And it's Saturday. I'm fucked.
Yeah.
So then he goes into a whole chunk. This actually saved me. He goes into a whole chunk about how people from Boston are trash and they're the worst people. It's the worst city, and it's killing.
Yeah.
I mean, applause breaks. It's like Def Comedy Jam in
Right.
there. And then the only thing that saved me is I got up and I went, "Hey, my name's Joe, and I'm from Boston," and it's like a roar.
Yes.
So that kind of saved me, and the crowd was so hot, so I was fine. But it was a tricky situation because you bring a feature
Yes.
because that's who you want to follow.
Right, of course.
And Sarah's kills, but like it's a nice, easy, like jokes,
Yep.
and just a nice boom. And we work together. We
Yeah.
work well. He's very high energy, and he's fucking just like cranking up and he's killing. I mean,
Killing.
a kill.
Yeah.
So I thought I was fucked. It ended up being. I mean, the crowd was so good, it didn't even matter.
Yeah, that club that just cultivates the hottest crowd. Can I just say 2 things about that?
Throw
One,
things.
and then we'll wrap it up.
Sure.
It's a testament to the headliner though that you could follow that and that you could let that happen and still have a killer show.
I appreciate it. I mean, there was. I definitely did have a little bit of that. What do you call it? Confidence, ego. That was like a lot of people couldn't handle this.
Right.
I mean, Ben Roy is not a feature act.
No, he's a headliner.
like,
he's a crusher. Yeah.
So and everyone else killed too. So it felt good. I mean, that crowd was like so hot. That club, I feel like the early shows are the hottest crowds ever,
It's
and
bananas.
the late shows can be a little bit of work. That night, that late show was fun. Friday late at that club was like, whew.
Yeah, they drink out there. They're all high, and then they get drunk, and then there's a rowdy vibe in that town. But the second thing I want to say is, I just want to put it out there, and I'm not saying you're saying this. I'm taking the brunt on this one. Anytime somebody says, "Do you mind if this guy does a set?" I mind every time. I'll say yes. I'll say yes every time. You
Sure.
can come up and ask me, but we always mind.
Yes.
And I don't know if you know that or if you go, he really doesn't care. Oh, we hate it. But I'm just, I'll say yes and you can do it, but I hate it.
Well, some people, yeah, it's tough. I mean, like a guy like Ben Roy, it's like, yeah, he's gonna go. Like I was at the stand the other night. New stand is open. Check it out. It's hot. It's beautiful.
Great club.
But Herrera comes up to me. I was like, "Are we on time?" He's like, Dave Attell is gonna go on before you."
Okay, well, that's a
and he's
different
like,
thing.
He's like, "Is that all right?" And I'm like, "What am I gonna say here?"
Yeah.
Absolutely not. Tell Dave Attell he may not go.
Right.
And you're like, just say Attell's going
Yeah.
on. Sorry.
The irony, though, is if you said no, he would be like, Attell, go, "Oh, sorry, okay, whatever, I'll go
Yeah,
after."
Attell,
He's
I could.
such a
Yeah,
sweetheart,
I
but-
could. Yeah, I would talk to him personally and be like, "Hey, I gotta." But I would never do that unless I had somewhere I had to go. And he
Right,
would
right.
understand. I wouldn't just be like, "No way, Jose."
Yeah.
But it was fun. Herrera is such a sweet guy that he
Yeah.
was like, I was like, "Are they running on time?" Instead of saying no, he was like, "Yeah, Attell's gonna go on." I was like, "So no." But
Yeah.
pleasure to watch him. So happy to be at the club. So happy it's open. And I don't know. I'm all over the place.
Good
mentally.
talk. Good to see you. Good. Get a bike. Get a phone. Get a life.
Yeah, live your life, folks. And hey, next weekend, if you're in London, I know there's a few. You probably already bought tickets. Soho Theater, August 30th and 31st. I know a lot of gays are coming. Please come.
Across the pond. Make a night out of it. Get all your chums. This cat's not going to old foggy London town that often. So, although you have been 7 times this year.
Yeah, it's my 5th trip to Europe in less than 2 years. Less than 1 year.
Woo-wee.
1 year.
That's wild.
Anyways, and then next Tuesday, the 27th, we're doing, Michelle Wolf and I are doing our show at the Village Underground to raise money for the Nature Conservancy. The whole world's ending.
Yeah, baby.
And then back to Bergen, Norway, September 6th and 7th, and the Hartford Funny Bone, September 26th through the 28th. That's nearby. I've beaten the shit out of that market.
Yeah.
I've done like Providence Comedy Connection, Laugh Boston, Hartford. Anyways, so come on to that. And then October, big month. Laughs in Seattle, Skyline in Appleton, the Blue Room in Springfield I keep hearing about,
Raving.
Burlington, Vermont, Whole bunch of places: Seattle, Appleton, Springfield, Missouri, Burlington, Vermont, and then, of course, Laugh Boston Thanksgiving weekend. And I'm doing D.C. in November as well. Crazy couple months. October, November is going to be wild. September, I'm just home.
Oh, good for you.
No flights other than Norway and home. No flights in September. I'm so happy.
Wow, you're working, Fatty.
I'm working as hard as I can. ComedianJoeList.com, Instagram, Patreon. Where are you going to be?
Yes, all right. We're about to do a bonus, by the way. A big queef.
Big bonus.
And thanks for the questions. Here we go. This comes out tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow.
I'm in
mañana.
Charlotte this weekend. So come on, Hornets. Let's do it up in Chartown. Then I'm in Indianapolis. Helium, baby. I know some gays are coming. Then I'm in Denver. We're all talking about it. Hopefully nobody bumps my fat ass. Then I'm going out to L.A. doing La Jolla Room, some charity. I'm doing Kill Tony. I'm doing a couple big podcasts. I'm headlining the Belly Room on the 25th. Say hello. Punchline, Sacramento. Old Sac, Dallas. Say hello at the Addison Improv. I'm coming out to Chesaning, Michigan to do a big benefit, but there's tickets to the public, so Google that. Don't ask me about it. Austin, Tejas, Cap City Comedy Club with old Sean Murphy. Looks like a Holocaust victim. Then I'm in Minneapolis, Acme Comedy Club, right on your heels. Spokane and Tacoma, Washington State. Roar in Springfield, Mass. Sunnyvale, Rooster T. Tampa, Florida. Portland, Oregon. You heard it here first. MarkNormanComedy.com. Twitter, Insta, Facebook, Seaman, Isaac. Sex.
With
and,
kids.
Yeah, praise Allah. We'll see you in hell. And tell a friend. We're trying to make some money. I got to buy a bike.